It's us again. Page 5 deals with our absent procedures. So the last video that you're going to watch today is all about absences, what to do when you're absent. Please make sure that you're referring to this page as we go through this video. Back.
Yes, we are.
We are here to talk to you today about something really, really important, absent procedures. At some point,
I hate it.
Absences are the worst. And at some point during the course of the year, it's likely that each of you will probably be out at least once. So you need to know what to do when you come back from an absence. Okay, how to get your work, how to, what procedure to follow.
You can't just pretend like the day didn't happen.
Right.
You can't just, because if you can stay home and miss my whole class, then and not have to do anything, then you're probably, I'm not doing my job. So please don't be insulting to a teacher and say, did I miss anything? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. The better question is, what did I miss and what do I need to do? We kind of have systems in place that help us because we've only got 3 minutes between classes. Oftentimes, Mrs. Krogan and I are talking to kids from the previous class, and then new kids come in. And when we get in the heart of cold and flu season, and we have 3 kids that were out missed yesterday, and another kid missed the day before, it gets too crazy, and we become very unreliable at verbally giving you instructions about what you need to make up.
So we have this awesome system put in place for you, okay, that is completely independent. You can do this yourself. Here's the steps that we're going to kind of take you through so that you know exactly what to do after an absence. Okay, first and foremost, you need to see us right away to get a packet of handouts that's already going to be waiting for you. We have some helpers.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we have helpers that are going to assist with this. They will be giving you this stack of handouts. They made that this stack of handouts for you the day that you were absent. On top of that stack of handouts that we gave the day you were absent, you have a absent student form. It should have your name on it. It should have the date that you were out.
And then that's it.
That's it.
That's all that's going to be written on.
So you're going to get your handouts. That's first and foremost. All right. Then you're going to go to the Absent Student Center. Now this is in a different location in Mrs. Frankman's room than it is in my room. In Mrs. Krogan's room, in my room, okay, you're going to go right over by the door and you will see where it says Absent Student Center, and you will find this bright colored makeup work binder. Okay, this binder has a calendar inside, and this calendar is going to tell you every single thing that was done the day that you were out, which is really great because you're not going to miss a thing. What you need to do is make sure that you're following the instructions on the absent student form that's stapled to your packet of handouts, okay? And as you go through the calendar, you're going to see that it's right in line with what's listed on the absent student form. So it's going to prompt you to do certain things. The very first thing that you need to make sure that you do when you get to the calendar is you're going to hand in the homework that was collected the day that you were out. Okay, chances are you have that completed in your binder and you just weren't here to turn it in. All right, so you need to look for that. There is a little, one of the first boxes at the top of the calendar on the day that you missed says collected assignment, and it even tells you turn this in today. So find that assignment and make sure that your name's on it and that you turn it in immediately directly to your teacher, whether it be Mrs. Franklin or myself.
And that means you put it in my hand.
Yes, we have.
You don't put it in our bins, or you don't just leave it laying on my desk or Mrs. Krogan's desk. You hand it directly to me. That's the way all makeup work needs to come in, directly to the teacher.
Right. In the event that you don't have that homework assignment that was collected the day that you missed, and you are able to use a homework pass, then you may go ahead and fill out a homework pass for that and submit that instead, and then we'll expect that assignment from you the very next day. Okay, what you're going to do after that, once you've turned in that assignment, you are going to continue to fill out this absent student form using the calendar that's inside. Okay, the calendar tells you a few things. First of all, whatever was missed during the class that you were absent for. So maybe it was a lesson, okay? Maybe it was a lab, maybe it was an assessment of some sort, like a quiz or a test, or some other classroom activity. Something should be circled in here. If you find that the lesson is circled, you'll find out what the name of that lesson was, and make sure that you are planning to come in during 5th period with me to make up that work.
And what's really cool is Mrs. Krogan and I are pretty good about recording our lessons. So if we are doing, a day of note-taking with the smartboard, we are really good about recording those lessons. So that's something you can come in during your lunch recess and get those notes that you missed from the day that you were absent. It's a really cool thing that you can keep up with your notes in that way.
Absolutely, and we require you to do that. So if you do miss a lesson, we are requiring you to come in during your lunch or recess, or sometimes both. You can bring your lunch into my classroom 5th period if it's going to take a little bit longer, and then you can complete the lesson that you missed and any other work that you might need to make up. Labs, same thing. Okay, you want to come in right away, beginning of 5th period, to make up any labs that you missed. If you see that you've missed a lab, it'll be circled, and then the name of the lab will be right below. So you can fill that in on your absent student form. You should have the lab attached, okay? And you'll know exactly what you need to make up. Okay, 3rd thing would be assessment. Okay, that would be a test or a quiz.
Right.
You guys should know whether you miss
Right.
a test or a quiz, because we announce that as far ahead as possible. So you'll know that, and you'll just need to schedule a time to come in with us. Or any other classroom activities. What else?
Well, the big thing is if you're out a lot, you really need to understand this procedure and take care of it, because Mrs. Krogan and I are not chasing you around for this absent work. And if it becomes a serious problem, then you will forfeit your recess time at lunch. And if that doesn't take care of the problem, then maybe you'll start staying after school. Maybe you'll get a Saturday school referral. Keeping up is a real important thing. We don't want you to misunderstand. We completely understand that you're going to get sick, I'm going to get sick, we're all going to be sick, and we'll be absent throughout the year. We just want to make sure you understand it is your responsibility to figure out what you missed, what needs to be done, and to take care of it. We are not chasing you down. This is a big step as you get ready for the high school. This is a big step, and that is the step of taking care of yourself following an absence and getting everything taken care of.
We also understand that if you are out multiple days, then we know that there are going to be other teachers that are going to need you to come in to do things as well. The nice thing about the science class is that I'm here every single day, 5th period, okay, during your lunch, during your recess. So I'm available all the time. All right, I'm available for Mrs. Frankman's students as well as my own students.
Right.
So you can come in any time during 5th period to make up any work that you need. So we are really, really flexible with the other teachers, and we will work it out. If you need to make something up with your math teacher, for
Right.
instance, we
Right.
communicate with them. You just need to let us know, hey, I'm going to math today, can I come in tomorrow?
Right.
Please just communicate with us, that's all we ask.
Right.
We will work out a plan with you, especially if you've been out for an extended period of time. We are
That's right.
very, we will accommodate your needs that way, we know that.
Right.
That it's gonna be difficult to
Yeah.
make up work.
Absolutely. And just to reiterate, not only is she available 5th period, both of us are here almost every single day after school. As long as we know you're coming, and we've got to make sure we don't have like a faculty meeting or something, we are more than happy to stay after school and work with you. We're more than happy to come in a little bit before school and work with you. So you can't use the excuse that we're not available. We are available. So you just have to talk and communicate, as Mrs. Krogan said.
Okay, so just quickly reiterate, the first thing you do, you want to get the handouts. Okay, as soon as you get the handouts, you're going to go to the makeup work binder. That's in one of the corners of the room. You're going to open it up. You're gonna look inside the day that you were absent, and you're gonna fill out this form that's stapled to your handouts. As soon as you are done with your makeup work, okay, which we generally give you the same number of days to complete the work as days that you were absent. So if you're absent 2 days, we should
Right.
be getting the makeup work 2 days later, all right? As a general rule, we can be a little flexible for extended absences, but, you know, as a general rule, that's what we're gonna put out there. As soon as your makeup work is done, you're gonna hand this in to us, and it has to come directly into our hands, all right?
And this-
Again, don't
this-
leave it on our desk,
Right.
don't leave it on a chair, you're handing it directly to us so that we know that you've taken care of your absent work, it's coming directly into our hands.
And this form should be stapled to it.
Right,
It's
everything
kind
should
of like
be-
our reminder
Right.
that you were absent. That's why we're getting this work later than everybody else.
Right, otherwise you might lose 10% or something
Or
because, you know,
not
we
get
think
any
it's
credit.
late,
Right, right.
right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, keep this form stapled, and this form is gonna tell you exactly what to do, so just make sure that you follow those steps.
Any questions, don't forget to ask. Don't sit there and wonder, you need to ask us,
Exactly.
okay?
Okay,